you know a young black woman leader, or you are that young black woman leader between the ages of 18-35 who, you know, is just basically black girl magic out here. You're getting it done, you're making it happen, you're impacting your community. Go to wordradio.com right now, click the Level Up banner, and nominate yourself or someone that you know, and give her this opportunity, or give yourself this opportunity. The deadline for submissions is March 29th. One major thing that the prize package includes, among other things, is the opportunity to be featured on each radio station via a radio interview. So there are 3 different black women-run radio stations across the country who are participating in this contest. Of course, we have WURD here. Shout out to Sarah Lomax Reese. And then you have WVON in Chicago. And then you have KJLH in Los Angeles. So it's a great opportunity in terms of, you know, whether it's raising your profile, raising the visibility of the work that you're doing and the impact that you're having. And then, like I said, there's some other things in the prize package. So make sure you go there now. We've seen quite a spike in the nominations, so I'm not saying that, you know, you don't want a chance, but I'm saying it's getting tight. You might want to make sure you get your nomination in, so do that now. I also have to pause because shout out to Nicole Renee. She just got out of here, and of course we were talking about CollegeGate, this whole situation that's going on with the bribery scandal. I asked one of the few posts I was able to get up on Facebook today was the question of the day that I posed to you all, which is, if you had the means and resources, would you leverage them when it comes to your child's education? And if you want to answer that, pause. You can call in now, 215-634-8065, toll free 866-361-0900. If you had the means and resources, would you leverage them when it comes to your child's education? Paul said yes. Lying to the government is a sport. Corinne said more than likely. Jennifer said no. It teaches that they do not have to earn it. Russell said, yeah, nobody earns anything in America. That's a lie. Laugh out loud. And then Laura, she said, I'm pretty sure most would. Everyone has a desire for their children to reach their max potential. Bribing is a whole nother level due to the whole it's illegal thing. But is it really that different than a family donating money to a school for their quote-unquote financial aid fund, or quote-unquote library, or quote-unquote new wing, etc., and their child getting into the school? Or legacy schools where children or grandchildren, great-grandchildren get preferential treatment over others solely because of who attended a school before them. I guess my point is, if someone has connections anywhere, they tend to use them for the children. The whole Hoffman-Laughlin thing is weird because I feel they definitely could have gotten their children in using alternative, less illegal ways, albeit still donating money or having a connection in some way. And so Hoffman-Laughlin thing, she's talking about the 2 Hollywood TV stars who were also charged with this whole bribery thing. So that's that. Moving on now, my next guest is in studio. Hey, Jason Coles. He's the founder of Katika. It's an app that serves as a marketplace and directory for African diaspora businesses. What's going on?
Nothing much. Happy to be here.
It's happy to have you. Had an awkward moment, just looking at each other, smiling like it's amazing.
Well, you just told me, you reminded me that we actually met at the North Star conference back last year. Yeah, so.
Yeah. I saw his headshot that we used for our, for a promo flyer and whatnot. And I saw it had Bumble on it, and Bumble was one of the sponsors at North Star. And I was like, oh, this is a nice headshot.
Yep, I hope they have them back for the next North Star conference.
But yeah, so I know I gave folks a little bit about who you are and what you're tied to, which is the app. But like, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure.
To people.
Give a little background. Behind who Jason Coles is. So, originally from South Jersey. I grew up in Burlington Township, just across the bridge. And yeah, that was, great growing up over there. I got a chance to come back over, play with my cousins who still lived here in Philly. So both my parents are from Philadelphia. And so, growing up, I went off to school, went to Howard University, majored in finance. Oh man,
Frosty.
You must have the other HU over there. But anyway, yeah, I majored in finance at the School of Business, and that was great. But also, I'm a self-taught programmer and graphic designer. So Combining that with my finance degree, post-graduation, I started my own marketing company. And so I did that for a while, got some contracts with the school, some DC government contracts with the local government down there, nonprofits, lobbyists, etc. And so I did that for a couple years, and that was great. And then I decided to go see the world. So I literally bought a one-way ticket to Central America, and I spent 7 months.
Which
part? Went to Panama, then I went to Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and then Honduras.
What made you want to do that?
I want to see the world.
Wow.
So I hadn't studied abroad in school, and I said, I'm getting older. Before I get, obligations in life, mortgage, kids, or this or that, I want to see the world. And so I did that.
Wow. How was it for you?
It was life-changing. I mean, to this day, and it's part of the reason, and it ties into my company, what I do now. We'll talk about that. But there's a lot of black people down in Central America. In fact, the entire Atlantic coast for Costa Rica and Honduras has the majority of black descendants, because there was a law passed that said the blacks literally couldn't leave the side of the countries where the plantations were for bananas. And so if you go there now that law was in the early 1900s. If you go there today, it's still the same. You go to the west coast of those countries, it's all light skin, white European. Costa Ricans are Hondurans. You go to the Atlantic side, it's all the dark skin. Hondurans and Costa
Is that
Ricans.
Law still? I'm
Now,
learning
no,
in
the
this
law.
moment,
Now,
though.
the law is an act.
Because I was about to say that's some bull.
Of course, but just like here, everywhere around the world has its remnants of slavery or oppression of black people.
Racism
So
to this day.
absolutely. So, while I was there, I learned a bunch. I lived with the family there, and just truly embraced that culture.
Wait, bro, how you find this family? You was just like, hey, I'm a black guy, you're black.
There's a website called workaway.info, and so they'll pair you with families down there that, so my trade-off was I worked at their farm and their restaurant, and they gave me living accommodations for a whole month. So every day I would go out to either, the restaurant to work as a waiter, or I would go out to the farm and, I was cutting pineapple, I was pulling bananas out the trees, I was cutting limes for the...
Did you have to do animals?
No animals. Okay. So it was a vegan restaurant or vegetarian restaurant.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, that worked out.
Yeah. So that was also the most healthy I had ever eaten. So leaving the U.S., leaving the processed food and eating natural and it's, man.
When I went to Cuba, that was
really
a really eye-opening experience of just how fresh everything was, and you could tell it wasn't processed. And there was a chicken that had walked past my table, and I ordered a chicken, and I never saw the chicken again. And I don't know. I don't know if that's the chicken that ended up on my plate, but I know I didn't see that boy again.
It was about to be fresh. It was fresh though.
It was fresh. I'll say that.
But but I definitely encourage. I'll wrap that little travel segment up by saying that I definitely encourage people to travel.
Yeah.
Especially young people, because what I found was, in most European and other countries, after they graduate high school, that's what they do. They go see the world, and then they start college. And so now you're starting school with kind of the world knowledge or experience, and they're better for it.
That makes sense to me, though.
It really
to take
does.
a break before you go to college, because that's a whole nother kind of experience.
As our countries are starting to develop, I'm thinking, you graduate here, you go to Ghana, you go to South Africa, you go to Jamaica, Trinidad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in, I'm chatting with Jason Coles. He's the founder of Katika. It's an app that serves as a marketplace and directory for African diaspora businesses. And so let's kind of sidestep tech. You're self-taught, right? Yep. At what point did you realize we need an app for this kind of thing?
So I kept seeing products being put out that weren't apps, right? We're living in 2019. Websites are technology of the 90s. And so, if you're going to, and I'll just say them, if you have Official Black Wall Street, you have We Buy Black, those are great platforms. I'm glad they're out there. However, the UI and UX, and that stands for the user interface and user experience, has to be on par with different products that are out there currently, like a Yelp, a Google. And so if that, I saw that wasn't done, and so that essentially gave me the inspiration to say, okay, you know, I had the skill sets to do this. Let me go ahead and do this and do it right.
But why these businesses? Like, why our businesses? I mean,
I
don't want to assume, but was there at some point where you saw some, or you were like, okay, wait, here's a black-owned business and no one knows about them, or?
Well, yeah. So in the, you know, in conversation, everyday conversations with friends, you go on social media, you always see, hey, does anybody know where I could find a black fill in the blank?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, one, that is working backwards, right? Because we put that post up and we fill it out with, you know, we're tagging all these businesses, but we don't own that platform. That information isn't searchable. It only exists on that post.
Right.
And so it's antiquated. It's worth nothing, right? And so
except for the person who
right. But how does that benefit the community at large, right? And so, you know, seeing that over and over between, you know, the different posts on whether you're Instagram, Facebook, and then just seeing that we're in a crisis. You know, the other part of the mission of Kitika is to connect us. We're fragmented right now. People are doing great things as individuals, but there's no singular platform that everyone can be connected to. So if I'm an entrepreneur and I'm creating a business, for instance, Chameleonaire, he just had this, for Black History Month, he offered $10,000 for an entrepreneur, right? So he had people pitch their businesses, and you can see all the pitches. They were on his app called Convos.
Oh, okay.
And so as I'm going through, you know, the different pitches, I'm like, these are all businesses that could literally be right on Kitika, be found searchable just like Google. So what Kitika is essentially a directory, right? It's the 21st Century Green Book. It's a black Yelp.
Yeah.
So why not have that same platform but find our businesses?
Right.
So now it makes it easier to find it. We can patron it, but also hold those businesses accountable, because we also on that app allow you to review the businesses. That's a missing piece. Yes, key. That is key. So you know, right. So you know, there's always this this argument that, oh, you know, I don't patronize black businesses because they don't do X, Y, Z. Well, half the time we don't tell those businesses what the issue is.
We just don't return.
Right. We just complain or we don't return.
Yeah.
So now we have a platform in which we can leave reviews, and so you know, that's a challenge to our entrepreneurs and business owners. Read those reviews, take constructive criticism, tighten up your business. Once you do that, you know, I think that will lead to success. Taking in that positive criticism and then making adjustments to make your business better.
Right. So I'm thinking of those folks who may have a business idea, right, or some kind of idea for an app. How did you? I know you kind of self-taught. You're self-taught, but how do you take an idea from being that to being an actual app? And I know it's like kind of a complex and also like super nuanced question.
So without getting too technical, I guess I would say, first thing I'll say is no idea is original, right? So whatever your idea is, even my idea, right? The concept was out there, Black Directory, Black Marketplace, but I created a platform in which it was user-friendly, easy to use, right? So whatever someone's idea is, find it out in the world already and use it as a blueprint. See what the things are that you would change about it in your version of it, and then use that as a basis to, you know, then start mapping out, okay, this is what I want my app to be. From there, you know, then you'll need your technical people. You'll need a designer. You'll need a coder. But don't go to those people until you have the clear vision mapped out.
Got you. So like, I need it to do this in this way. When they click here, I want them to be able to see this.
Absolutely.
Like,
so
really
that's called
the
flow of the app.
Gotcha.
And so there's tons of free resources out there. I would say envisionapp.com. That's a platform that allows you to create a mock app, right? Okay. So you can literally create a mock app just with JPEGs. So that's just, you know, just pictures. Just pictures.
Okay.
Create links on it, and it'll operate just like an app. You can take that to an investor and say, hey, this is what this app does. This is what it looks like. This is the flow of it. They can see a visual representation of it. And so.
And what's that website again? I'm on my laptop. I'm looking it up.
onWURD.com.
onWURD app. ENVISION app.com.
INVISION.
Oh, what'd I say? ENVISION.
Replace the E with I.
Oh, there we go. Said that wrong. It's N with an I. Okay. So we had it's N INVISIONAPP. I'm gonna say that again. INVISION app.com. And okay. Yeah, well it looks so far pretty user friendly.
Now there's a paid version, but there's also a free version. Just go with the free version.
Yeah, right. Don't
and
go
they actually have templates, they have tutorials. It's very user friendly. So
okay.
I always tell people start there. But yeah, go there, go on YouTube. Back when I was teaching myself HTML and graphic design, I was literally just reading off of web pages, tutorials, and just doing them repetitive over and over. This is before YouTube, right? So people have the luxury of watching YouTube now. So I said to say, you have so much knowledge, free knowledge at your fingertips. Yeah, literally anything that you want to learn how to create or do, it exists out there. Someone has made a tutorial for it. Yeah. So go find it.
I'm thinking even of Udemy, UDEMY.
Mm-hmm.
They have the free courses. You can learn like a bunch of different stuff over there. But I'm getting text right now from people like, we're gonna need all these links. So just know this information that you're giving people are like appreciating it. Absolutely. So I just got a text like, we're gonna need all these links, Rita. Everything. Yeah. But so that's just for you all who are listening. This is how you can kind of take your idea and start to actually take some actionable steps towards making it happen. At least at bare minimum, having a mock-up through this website, envisionapp.com, that Jason was so cool enough to let us know about. You can start to take those steps, right? So shout out to you for doing that. Thank you for the resources. We're going to go ahead and start to transition into break, but on the other side, I would love to talk about being black in tech, especially a black man in tech, who is self-taught, right? So I don't know, did you do the Silicon Valley route?
No.
Okay.
Never even been there.
Right. So that's an experience. I think we always hear about the Silicon Valley route.
Right.
And we don't hear about the, like, I don't want to say bootstrap route, but like the self-made.
That's essentially, that way. Yeah. And I do have an opinion to weigh in on that.
Well, we're going to hear his opinion on the other side. I think you should stay tuned. You're in the lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM, 900 AM. We'll be back after these messages.
Brothers and sisters!
Don't miss The Source.
Weekdays 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
on WURD Radio.
WURDradio.com and the WURD Radio app.
At Dietz & Watson, we've spent over 75 years focusing on the details. This can be traced back to our founder, Gottlieb Dietz, who learned how to make franks and sausages the right way in Germany. Today, each one of our delicious offerings is meticulously crafted using perfected details. Because if it isn't good enough for our family, it isn't good enough for yours. To us, the details make all the difference.
Already know how we level up in Philly.
Jasmine Sullivan is a Philadelphia native singer and songwriter whose debut song, Need You Bad, peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs list. Sullivan, who graduated from the High School for Creative and Performing Arts, went on to release such hits as Lions and Tigers and Bears and Bust Your Windows, and she has certainly leveled up in the music industry.
Think you've got what it takes?
Then join the movement at WURDradio.com for a chance to compete with other young black women from Philly, Chicago, and Los Angeles in the Level Up Who's Got Next contest.
Level up.
WURDradio.com.
What's going on? This is Asher Roth, and you're listening to The Lounge on WURD Radio.
on my call, I still be there regardless. Yeah, no, I don't understand. You never let me in. I know you ain't honest. If it's mine, I'm getting impatient cause I've been giving it time, baby. I've been giving it time. So let me in.
Giving you those good vibes. That's inspired by her. Let Me In. That's the KMB edition, or excuse me, edit. You're tuned in to the Lounge on WURD Radio, 96.1 FM, 900 AM. I just got to pause here because y'all know we're going through a Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp drought right now. And I just want to encourage anyone and everyone out there to not call the police and try to report this, okay? Because apparently in New Zealand, the police have tweeted to ask people not to call them about an outage. And they said, like, so here's the tweet. We know our Facebook and Instagram haven't been working either. Unfortunately, we cannot do anything about this because, you know, they're based in America and we're the police. So please don't call us to report this. Pretty please. So yeah, we're not going to do that over here, y'all. Don't do that, okay? Let's just make that clear. Yeah. Anywho, let's jump back into our chat that we're having with Jason Coles. He's the founder of Katika, an app that serves as a marketplace and directory for African diaspora businesses. And prior to the break, I told you I kind of wanted to dive into being black in tech, being a black man in tech as well. You know, given the fact that you are self-taught, right, as far as coding and graphic design, all of that, self-taught. And this was before YouTube. He was doing this, okay? He got receipts.
I got receipts.
He was reading web pages and just, you know, practicing over and over and over again.
Let him know.
So you didn't go like the Silicon Valley route?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I have a very, what's the word, like unusual, you know, path in tech because I was self-taught. Had a finance degree. What I left out was I did go back and got my MBA, and the concentrate was in management information systems.
Okay.
So that gave me the credential to pivot to the job, which I do now, my full-time job. I'm an IT manager for a produce company out in Kennett Square.
Okay.
So once I got there, the company invested in me. They sent me off to a Microsoft boot camp, and I got some more certifications, and so now I'm all in.
Right.
I'm like
right.
all tech.
He's stacked.
I'm stacked. But tech is such a broad, just like any discipline, it's so broad, because like I said, for my job I do IT network infrastructure, so I'm monitoring, our network. That's totally different from coding an app, which is totally different from websites, which is totally different from graphic design. So
there's someone at Facebook right now who's doing what you do for the produce company, trying to monitor what is going on and where the outages are. And
so I guess what I'm trying to say, I wear a lot of hats in tech. And so I've been able to leverage that. And that's also why, I was able to build Katika by myself.
Got you.
Yeah. Or I should say with limited resources.
Yeah. Got you. And so you said you kind of have a strong opinion about the paths?
I know several people that have gone out there and that have had bad experiences. So
and there is Silicon Valley.
There is Silicon Valley. And so, just like anywhere, you're going to have prejudices when you're in the minority. For me, or for certain individuals, they can, be stronger, look past that. But for some, it really affects them. And so, there's been, I remember reading a post about a guy talking about the Facebook culture and how he felt so isolated and, was, racist, there's just like undertones of racism at these places without them being overtly and saying it. And these are supposed to be liberal places. This is California. This is a blue state.
Right.
And so, people have it in their minds that, okay, if you're going to be in tech, you got to get to Silicon Valley, or if you want to raise capital or have a startup, that's where you have to be. Well, that's just not the case anymore, because other cities are starting to develop programs and have conferences. So, our city, we saw South by Southwest, Mayor Kinney saw that, and with the delegation, they said, okay, let's create North Star. And so that's how, we got our tech conference. So we're going to, try to make that bigger. So there's that. And then also, to go back to your original point, being black in tech, doing what I do now, I've been to several conferences, right? So at these conferences, they're at these huge, convention centers, and you see the amount of money that is in there and how it's shifted through this industry and changing hands, and how these economies and these companies are able to grow. And then I look at myself and I'm like, I'm one of maybe a handful of black people in here. And I work for a company that's going to look for different software that's going to help our company better. But when I saw that, that gave me the idea of, okay, if we have Katika, we have a database of companies in vast industries. Let's just take the restaurant industry, for instance. What if we could start to aggregate them and create associations? So like almost like a union, if you will. So right now, if you go on the Katika app, you go to the directory, you can type in restaurant, you'll see a list of over 100 black restaurants. If those 100 black restaurants join together and created a Black Restaurant Association of Philadelphia, now they have a more powerful voice. They have a seat at the table when it comes to policy and different things that get enacted down at City Hall. And, just a myriad of things. Their buying power when they get things for their restaurant, training for staff, et cetera, et cetera. So it's seeing the systems out there that currently exist where we're minorities and then replicating those so they benefit us. That's basically what I'm doing.
Gotcha. What kind of toll does that take on you? Or does it take any?
No, because listen, this is mission driven. This is bigger than me.
No, I mean, you don't get tired.
I mean, I am human, but
yeah, I don't know, because all right, so at least when I look at members of my family who have had to, break ceilings, or at least, go at them with a strong broom, right? To try to get through, or be the only one at the table, or be the only one in a room. There is this like drive, like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to do it, but like, so I guess my better question would be, how do you take care of yourself as you also try to position us as a community to be able to take care of ourselves?
Right. Yeah, you definitely have to be tactful and strategic with your branding, your messaging, and all of the above. Communication is key. I'd say that, growing up in New Jersey, in my environment, I went to school with a lot of white kids. And so having that background, been seeing them every day, going, playing sports with them or going to their house for dinner, you hear those conversations, you learn how to, travel in those circles. Then I went, I went to high school in Morristown. That was 98% white. I lived in Burlington, but because my mother was a teacher at the high school, I could pay tuition. I went to Morristown Public High School. So I went from a 98% white high school to 100% black college a year later at Howard.
Was that why you went to HBCU?
I don't think I even need to answer that.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna switch this up real quick. I need my folks.
The whole family went to, like, my mom went to Cheney, my sister went to Jackson State.
Okay.
My mom's a Delta. I'm an Alpha. Like we're my brother's a Q. Like we're yeah. So it was just a bad time for me to get out. So
you're like, all right, I got that.
I was tired, but yeah, no, it was. That was part of the reason, yes, that's why I went down to D.C. to be in Chocolate City. Well, it was Chocolate City at the time, back in 05.
Yeah, I was going to say, now
it's rural now.
So this is kind of random. This isn't anything that we planned on talking about, but what was that transition like for you to go from 98% white to 100% black, and also be coming of age as an adult?
Oh, it was amazing. It was, especially being in the nation's capital. My brother Eric over there,
so
he could attest. Right.
My
brother Eric over there, he could attest, because when you and I was listening to the radio today when I was talking about why HBCU should exist. Our culture is so diverse. People come from so many backgrounds, like myself. Like, so you have everybody from black skaters to rock people to, you know, your hip hop artists to people coming from Nigeria. I had classmates from Trinidad, Tobago, you know, so just it spanned the gamut, right? And so you basically find your clique, you know. But I'm somebody, my personality is somebody that, you know, is very personable. I'm friends with everybody. Like I played instruments, I played sports, so, you know, back in high school, so I've always been personable. So when I got to Howard, I'm throwing parties. little ditty in the making, right? So yeah, so I did that for like 3 years. I got burnt out of that. But no, that transition was cool though. It was really cool. It wasn't, you know, I didn't have to get adjusted to anything. It was amazing. I really embraced the DC culture, I will say that. So that, just like every major city, you know, Philly has a culture, DC has its own culture, go-go music and the North Face outfits and the dreadlocks and, you know, the different slang down there. So I really adopted that and embraced that.
So how'd you end up back in Philly after college?
After college, had the company, went backpacking. After backpacking, came back home.
Okay, gotcha.
So I came back home.
And so ever since then, when did Katika launch, for those who may not be familiar?
Sorry, so Katika launched December of last year. We actually had a launch party at the African American Museum in Philadelphia. So it was well attended, had a great showing. And yeah, we did a little demo. We had I gave a little talk. We had black vendors there. Food, it was free. You know, it was a real nice affair.
And so so wait, you said December 2018.
18, yeah. What year were you?
We 19.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, just
well,
past December.
I'm a little late, but congratulations. I didn't know about. I wasn't at the launch, but yay! So, I'm thinking of, you know, not only the millennial entrepreneurs out there, but, you know, we got a pretty intergenerational audience. So just for all of those entrepreneurs or small business owners who may want to become listed on Katika, how would they go about doing it?
Absolutely. So if they have a business, again, this platform is both a marketplace and directory. So if you have a product that you sell that you can ship, go on our website and you'll see the button right at the top. It says Open Katika Shop. And it says sell products. Click that, fill out the form, you're on. If you are a brick and mortar or you have a service, whether you're a restaurant or let's say you're a contractor, real estate agent, anything, hairstylist, any service that you can provide. On that same page, shopkatika.com, there's a section that says directory. Click that button, fill out the forms, very quick form, hit submit, and you will be added to the directory. The directory is completely free to be added to. The marketplace, there is a small fee for each item that you list. It's 20 cents. So if you have 5 items you list, it's literally $1 to basically have an app store. And then once you do a transaction, we take a little 5% fee. You get 95%, and that's it. Direct deposit to your account. So we literally do direct deposit. We never take any of the money. So when that person hits checkout, that money goes right to your account in 2 days.
Okay. So
we literally took the same model of Etsy, if you're familiar with that, and made a black version of it, but expanded the product categories. Okay. So for instance, if you go on the Katika app now, you can buy wine from California, from a black wine vineyard called Charles Wine Company. Yes.
Ooh,
there's African garb on there. We have jewelry. There's a number of things. So books. Yeah. So if you have a product, definitely get it on Katika.
And so, for those who don't know, Katika, Katika. If you're, going through your Google Play or App Store, it's available on both, right?
It's available on both.
Okay, so you scroll and you're trying to find it. That's how you spell it. Where did the name come from?
I'm glad you asked me that. So, Katika is a Swahili word. It means inclusive.
Ah.
And so, when we were thinking of the name, we wanted something that represented the whole diaspora, because this is a global, that's the other piece, sorry, I left that out. So this app is global. If you go to, for instance, London right now, and you search restaurants, you will see restaurants pop up on the Katika app that are Black owned. If you go to South Africa right now and search in Johannesburg, you will see restaurants pop up on the Katika app. So we are a global app. But getting back to the name, we wanted the name to tie and be to represent everyone in the diaspora. So whether you're Afro-Latino, Afro-Caribbean, African, African-American, you are inclusive in this name, in this culture.
We are a family, like a giant tree, reaching up to the stars. All right, y'all.
You got some pipes there. I play the piano. You might have to do a little.
Oh, don't tip me. You want to take me back to my church day? All right, no. All right, right now, we're going to go to this break. When we come back on the other side, there's a black bar crawl happening this weekend.
The first one in Philadelphia.
The first? Oh, snap now. History being made. All right, so you're going to tell us a little bit about that. We'll get that information.
Absolutely.
Okay, so listen, stay tuned. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, we wait until Thursday. That's my Friday Eve, but we're bringing it to you a little early today. All right, you're in the lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM 900 AM. If you have some questions, or you just kind of want to give some encouragement, some love, light, whatever to Jason, stay tuned. On the other side, I'll give you the number to call in.
Listen to Word Radio on the go with the Word Radio app. Search for WURD in your favorite app store today and take us with you wherever you go. Stay connected to Word Radio, independent Black media.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Brown's ShopRite is celebrating the grand reopening of Brown's Parkside, 52nd and Jefferson Streets. Experience a new and improved store designed with you in mind. Brown's Parkside location is your go-to for everything you need to make a delicious cook-at-home meal. Or you can visit their brand new Salad Works location and extensive hot bar, featuring a full selection of foods for all palates and dietary needs. You can also order from their catering menu for that special occasion. And yes, the beer garden will be fully stocked to accommodate your beverage of choice. Word family, check out the new and improved Browns of Parkside. Stop in to celebrate the grand reopening. Browns has something for everyone. Be heard. Want another way to join the conversation?
Follow us on social media
using the hashtag onWURD.
Be heard.
Stay connected to Word Radio.
Independent Black media.
This is Kyle Ingram from Peyote Vision. Shout out to Jay Brown and DJ Ideal Boyfriend, and you are listening to The Lounge on WURD.
Baby, can you? Baby, can you? Baby, can you wait for it? Wait for it, wait for it. Baby, can you wait for it? Wait for it, wait for it. Baby, can you wait for it? Wait for it, wait for it. Baby, can you wait for it? Wait for it. Can you? Baby, can you? Can you? Baby, can you?
We're back. This is The Lounge on WURD Radio, 96.1 FM, 900 AM. That's Her. Wait for it. It's a Jared Jackson remix. Definitely a little vibe there. Hoping you're enjoying that. I'm joined in studio with Jason Coles. He is the founder of Katika, right? This app, y'all. I downloaded it. I've been getting texts from folks who have downloaded it. Loving it so far. Okay, and so if you don't have this app, essentially what it does is it's a marketplace and directory for businesses in the African diaspora. So Black-owned businesses, Caribbean-owned businesses, you name it, you can find them there. If you're looking for it in the App Store, it's Katika. Just look for that. Download it. It's free. Okay, and I'm getting feedback from folks who have already downloaded it. One person said, I already downloaded it and the interface is actually effective. So they're enjoying the ease of using it. Folks are saying hashtag Black Power, hashtag Buy Black, come through diaspora. You know that was a six. Yeah, so folks they're here for it all. They are here for it all, and I definitely am as well. So shout out to y'all for the work that you put in. But we got a homie that joined us.
Yeah,
tell them who you are.
This is Kyle Ingram, aka King Grum, aka the Voodoo Man. I had to pop in on my boy's interview. We've known each other for years, and when I heard about this app, I hit him up like, "Yo, anything you need, hit me. Like, how can I help? How can I be a part of this?" And he was like, I also said I do videos. I know he knew that, but I just wanted to let him know like what I was talking about. So he was like, yeah, we're having a launch. I was trying to do this. I had this idea for a video. So we started doing that, and now it's grown into a nice partnership of creating content for the businesses that are a part of it. We have all these different ideas we're going to be doing in the future. And at the bar crawl, if y'all there, you will see the FI Media team, which is my company, filming. So make sure you ready to be on camera. That means, you know, look how you supposed to look. We're gonna be in there repping like how we supposed to rep. So but yeah, I had to pop in on my guy's interview and make sure that, you know, he's gonna kill it. I know he was. I just wanted to stop by. You know, I love y'all, so I just stopped by.
And Kyle's gonna take.
Kyle was on the show.
And I was gonna say, and Kyle actually shot the our first commercial. So we did a little commercial called our first campaign when we launched was called "Let the Dollar Circulate."
Right.
So it's what's my man's name? Billy Paul.
Yeah, Billy Paul.
He has a song called "Let the Dollar Circulate." That's the theme music, and we shot it black and white. If you go to letthedollarcirculate.org, you can actually see the video that Kyle shot. It's an amazing video. It literally shows the black dollar going from business to business, and people using the Katika app to find those businesses.
That is so dope. I'm on there now. I can't watch it yet because I want to hear it all.
Yeah, you got to hear it.
You got to put that sound up loud. Yeah, that's the song right there.
Yeah, I'm definitely checking that out. As soon as I get off air, I want to check that out.
He's from Philly. So it was like, it was
perfect. Actually, it's perfect for us because he's actually from Jersey and came to Philly.
Okay, well,
he's from Camden.
All right, well, yeah.
For us, we all Jersey. You outnumbered right now by a lot.
I know, and I still don't like Jersey.
We're like your stepchildren. Listen, Philly, Jersey, it's a love hate. You know?
Just to be clear, I'm not from Philly. I'm from Pittsburgh, and I still don't like Jersey. I love my Jersey folks that I know, but I hate the way Jersey drives, and it's, you know what I mean?
Why Jersey drive?
Y'all can't drive, dog. Y'all can't drive.
I think y'all was like #2 on the worst drivers.
Not I. No. All right. So let's get into this bar crawl.
Yes.
Black
bar crawl. Let's
okay. So tell us about it, how it came about, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. So every year, St. Patrick's Day comes. And black and brown people, we go downtown, we patron the business down there, you know, we wear our green and
spend all that money.
And all that money flows out of our communities. And so, in building Katika and St. Patrick's Day was coming up, we said, darn it, we're going to change that.
Actually, that idea came about, we were shooting a Voodoo Man episode where I was talking to him about this whole thing. And he was saying like, yeah, I want to do a bar crawl. And we were like, how about St. Patrick's Day?
Boom.
Boom. He was like, yeah. I was like, that's it.
I mean, we probably got a little Irish in us anyway.
Probably.
I think Cole's might be a Irish last name.
My name definitely Irish.
But so we're this Saturday we're having a black bar crawl where all the restaurants and bars that we're going to go to are black owned. They'll be all concentrated in West Philadelphia. We're starting at New Tavern, then going to Booker's, which is on Baltimore Avenue, then going to Dialect, also in Baltimore, and then going up to level 38. On that same day, not only are we having all black owned bars and restaurants, the first black owned brewing company will be giving out free samples. It's called Two Locals.
Oh, yeah.
Check them out. They're giving out their samples. We have black photographer.
Are those the two guys?
Two guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had, actually, their beer was good, too.
It's really good.
Yeah,
So,
I had
and
it.
they're giving out free samples, you know, for our bar called participants. So, on that day, so that's 2 businesses, right? Or excuse me, 5 businesses. Black videographer, that's 6. Black, what else?
Photography. What else you got going on? I know you got a lot going on.
All I have to say is this is a day where,
you got
there will
black
be,
entertainment.
we have DJs, we have entertainment, photo booth.
Right.
So all these are black-owned businesses that we purposely, screen printing company for the T-shirts that we got done. So all the businesses, that dollar.
That's what we're saying.
Yes, is on this day, all those dollars are circulating to black-owned businesses.
Yes.
KatikaBlackBarCrawl.com.
This is a microcosm of the whole idea.
Okay, so Katika, Katika, y'all. Black
Katika, Black Bar Crawl.
CRAWL.com.
Now, I have to say this disclaimer: a crawl means that
you walk.
You walk.
Right.
All right. Listen, you have a wide audience.
You're going to be drinking.
Not everybody knows what a crawl is. So that means, each location will be there for hour to hour and a half, and then walk to the next location as a group. So roughly about 100 people.
To make sure you don't actually end up crawling.
How many people do we have? Because it is.
The last time I checked, we were at over 100 people.
Wow. Okay, so wait, how is this working? Do you purchase a ticket and then you you have drink special? Like
I'm going to do So with you purchase a ticket, you get a Katika Black Bar Crawl T-shirt.
Oh.
You get your Bar Crawl wristband, which allows you to get the discounted drinks and food for that day at each location. And food.
My brows went up so high, y'all. Y'all know I am with food. I said, and food?
And food?
Absolutely. And that food's delicious, too. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you get that. Like I said, the free sampling. You get a free shot when you first walk in of Jameson. And then we'll have prizes, giveaways, and games throughout the day. So it's a fun day. It's like I said, it's from 2 to 8. So you still have your nighttime if you want to do something. So come on now. Check
All right. So how we get where we got to go to make our ticket purchase, or what's the current state of ticket purchases?
Yeah. So
because over 100. That's
and I just look. We are sold out. So this is what I'm prepared to do. Because I know some people heard about this, now they're hearing it like, I want to get on this. Let's do a live contest.
Oh.
If you follow us on Instagram and DM us, first 3 people, we will give you a ticket to the Bar Crawl.
First 3 people to follow Katika on Instagram and DM them, you will get a ticket.
The ad is at Shop Katika.
At Shop Katika, yes.
So on Instagram, look up
follow
at Shop SHOP Katika KATIKA, and he should be getting DMs right now.
Phone lit up just now.
Right now, we could shout him out if they DM you. Let me know because I'm gonna shout out y'all handles so he know, so y'all know. Wait, somebody text me the Soulja Boy meme and gonna say sold out.
That's a hot ticket. So part of the reason, right? So let me give the reason why we're limiting the ticket sales, because we want you all to have.
Oh no, you can't do IG.
Why?
It's down.
Oh no, and Facebook's down.
And Facebook, Twitter.
Listen. So all of our social media handles are at Shop
Switch
Katika.
to Twitter.
Switch to Twitter.
Go to Twitter. Go to Twitter. But people they're sending me screenshots like couldn't create the thread. They're like, no, I choose now.
Oh, this is good.
Okay, run to Twitter now, y'all. Go to Twitter.
Go to Twitter.
It's the same handle.
Yep.
Shop Katika. Shop Katika.
There we go.
On Twitter. DM them. y'all got my phone blowing up. People like, wait. Shop Katika on Twitter.
That's lit.
And you
It's gonna be
DM
fire.
them. Okay? Y'all need to move now. Folks are commenting like, did he say walk in and get a free shot at Jameson?
Yes, I did.
We just tagged Katika on the lounge word, so if that helps any, go to the lounge word, and the first status should be a tag to Katika for people that might not be able to find.
You might want her up. You might want to hurry up.
Get your spelling game on.
So again, why we're limiting the ticket sales is for the experience. We don't want it to be overcrowded. You can't get to the bar. You're bumping into people, spilling your drink. So, you know, we each venue, you know, we looked at the layout, reconfigure, and for the maximum to have the best experience, we limit it to a certain amount.
Right. Now wait, I just got a text saying can't DM. Y'all accept DMs? Look, we got to check. Worst case scenario, y'all going to have to call in. All right. That's it. Go. Call in.
Call in.
I'm going to give you the number. I hope y'all ready. Get your pen and paper or your phones, whatever it is.
Oh, let me change.
Get ready to call in. Let the church say, oh, no, let me not do that. We're talking about a bar crawl. Let's not do that. Here are the numbers. 215-634-8065. Again, 215-634-8065. Be one of the first 3 people to call in if you want a ticket to the Black Bar Crawl. You can also call in toll-free, 866-361-0900.
We got the lines popping.
The lines are popping, y'all. And I'm supposed to be going to break right now, but we got to get these names. All right, we're going to go to break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to announce the winners. Ooh, these lines are lit up. I wish y'all could see this. You're tuned in to The Lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM, 900 AM. This is why you listen. We'll be back after these messages.
Hey.
Listen to Word Radio on the go with the Word Radio app. Search for WURD in your favorite app store today and take us with you wherever you go. Stay connected to Word Radio, independent Black media.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-648-9172. 800-648-9172. 800-648-9172. That's 800-648-9172.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let go! Level up. Hey, ladies, in celebration of Women's History Month, we're proud to announce an exciting contest to recognize young Black women leaders between the ages of 18 and 35 in Philly, Chicago, and Los Angeles who are doing great things to empower their communities.
It's called Level Up.
Level Up.
A celebration of women who got next. Presented by the Independent Black Media Consortium, an exciting new partnership between 3 Black-owned radio stations, WURD Radio in Philly, WVON in Chicago, and KJLH in Los Angeles. This is your opportunity to recognize the hard work and dedication of the next generation of Black women leaders making a difference in our communities.
Nominees must simply be a young Black woman between the ages of 18 and 35 in Philly, Chicago, or LA who is making a difference in her community.
To nominate a woman who's got next, visit WURDradio.com, WVON.com, or KJLHradio.com.
Ladies, it's time to level up.
Now, with more clarity,